Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's newspaper reviewed on your favorite channel, Afik HTV, located in Osun State, Nigeria. I am Adenipekun Afolabi. Firstly, let us start today's newspaper review from the Vanguard newspaper. Naira, you disobeyed us, attempted to sacrifice democracy. Supreme Court slammed Buhari, nullifies ban on old note. OK's owed 200 naira, 500, 1000 naira note as legal tender till December 31st of this year. The Supreme Court on Friday nullified the ban on the use of the old 200 naira, 500, and 1000 naira banknotes as valid legal tender by the federal government. The Habeas Court, in unanimous decision by the seven-member panel of justice, held that the old banknotes should remain in use until December 31st. It is held that the old naira note should be used alongside the redesigned currency until the end of the year. In its late judgment that was prepared and delivered by the Justice Emmanuel Agim, the Habeas Court slammed federal government for unilaterally introducing the demonetization policy through the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) without consulting the Council of the State, the Federal Executive Council, the National Security Council, the National Economic Council, civil society organization, and other relevant stakeholders. It urged that federal government failed to give valid notice to all the federating units before it decided to withdraw the old banknote from the circulation and introduce new one. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, traditional rulers urge president-elect to deliver campaign promises. The National Council of Traditional Rulers of Nigeria has urged the president-elect, Senator Bola Tinubu, to deliver his campaign promises. Alhaji Yahya Abubakar, the Etuks Nupe, and the chairman coordinating committee of the council made the call on the congratulatory message to the president-elect on Friday in Abuja. The council welcomed Tinubu's comments to serving the country and Nigerians, praying to Almighty Allah to give him the wisdom to succeed. The National Council of the Traditional Rulers of Nigeria, under the chairmanship of Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, Sultan of Sokoto, the co-chairman is Imperial Majesty Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojaja II, Oni of Ife. Board of Trustees, National Executive Committee, and the Coordinating Committee, as well as the other members of the Council, hereby congratulate the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bank customers lament cash crunch in Kano. Bank customers are still going through tough times in Kano State as they lament the cash crunch as a result of the naira redesign policy. Some customers at the bank near Sharada who spoke to the reporter lamented that neither the new nor old notes were available. Customers gained entrance into the banking halls were told no cash but directed to go to the ATM point, whereas the ATM was not dispensing cash. Tinubu's campaign has admitted election was rigged. Atiku, the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar, on Friday said that the claim by the Tinubu's Presidential Campaign Council that was rigged in the southeast is evidence that indeed the election was fraught with irregularity. In a statement issued by his special assistant on public communication, Frank Zahib, the PDP presidential candidate said it was unfortunate that the APC Presidential Campaign Council had continued to attack and mock Nigerians whose mandate is stole. He said it was obvious that Nigerians did not want Tinubu, as was proved in Lagos. Atiku stated Festus Keyamo claimed that there was massive rigging in Southeast and that the APC will be challenging the vote in the region validate our position that this election was fraught with irregularity. This is the reason we are seeking the cancellation of results. You can get the details of that story on the Vanguard newspaper. We have evidence to prove Obi won Akwa Ibom PCC. The Director General Obi Dati Presidential Campaign Council, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, Captain Augustine Okon, on Friday expressed confidence that the mandate given to Peter Obi during the just concluded presidential elections will be recovered through legal means. Obi, while addressing the conference on Thursday, indicated his readiness to challenge the result of the election. Okon said the PCC Akwa Ibom State has collected enough evidence to prove that His Excellency Peter Obi won the election in Akwa Ibom State and will liaise with the legal team to ensure that the stolen mandate is recovered. Addressing newsmen in Osogbo, the Southwest coordinator of the group, Mr. Larry Fadausi, said there were videos proof of INEC non-compliance with the guidelines it sets for the conduct of the election. Presidential poll: Tinubu constitute legal team against Atiku. Obi says both are bad loser. Chasing after a mirage. Beavers should be celebrated, non-condemned. Presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has constituted his legal team to take on his opponents Alhaji Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, both of who had vowed to challenge his victory in court. This was as Tinubu said he would also file a cross petition against Mr. Obi, who polled over 6.1 million votes in the election, saying the Labour Party candidate invented the political rigging machine which gave him such a figure. Minister of the State, Labour and Employment and Chief Spokesperson of the Tinubu-Shettima Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Mr. Festus Keyamo San, disclosed this at a news conference Friday in Abuja on the decision of the sub-states to challenge Tinubu's victory at the Supreme Court. Keyamo called for sanction against the Attorney General of such states, saying they ought to have begun the process from a lower court. Methodist Bishop gives reason for joining Abia Guba race. The governorship candidate of the African Democratic Congress in Abia, Bishop Sunday Onoa, has said that he joined the race to recover the lost glory of the state. Onoa said this on Friday when he visited the traditional rulers of Ogbo, Ancient Kingdom, near Aba Eze Nkembu Egege, to notify him about his ambition and seek his blessing formally. He said that he was worried by the widespread poverty in the state and the suffering of the citizenry. He said that the poor state of infrastructure and dilapidation of the major markets in Abia were unacceptable to him. Now on the Punch newspaper, I respect Tinubu but won't join APC. Fayose, former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose, on Friday said he would never join the All Progressive Congress, even though he had respect for the party presidential candidate and Nigeria's president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. The former governor also backtracked on his earlier comment that he had resigned from the People's Democratic Party following the party lose in Saturday presidential election. Fayose, who said he remained a PDP member, said he only stepped aside. The former governor, in a statement titled, "I did not resign from PDP, I only stepped aside," urged Nigerians to continue to support and vote for the People's Democratic Party, especially in the governorship and House of Assembly election. Now on Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Funke Akindele ex-Obi JJC Skills remarried secretly. Abdulrasheed Bello, also known as JJC Skills ex-husband of popular Nollywood producer Funke Akindele, has secretly remarried barely 8 months after his 6 year marriage crashed. The rapper and the recorder producer allegedly married Falilat Raji an indigene of Kogi State, in a wedding ceremony. It was also reported that the photography was not allowed in the wedding ceremony. Recall that JJ's case announced the end of the union between him and the popular actress, who is also the People's Democratic Party Lagos State Deputy Governorship candidate, which lasted 6 years, via his official Instagram handle on June 30, 2022. In the post, JJC said he tried to save the marriage through amicable resolution but was unsuccessful. He also revealed that the Geneva star threw him out of their home in Army Estate, Lagos. Also 7 months after separating from Funke, Bello expressed gladness to have embraced Islam again after practicing Christianity for 18 years. Back to the Vanguard newspaper. 3 died, others injured in vital accident on Lagos-Ibadan expressway. 3 persons have died and 3 others were severely injured in multiple accidents on the Ogere axis of Lagos-Ibadan expressway, Ogun State. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC spokesman, Florence Okwe, who disclosed this, said that the accident occurred at 7:10 a.m. on Friday. Okwe said that the accident involved a Toyota Axe bus marked MMN A48ZY, man diesel trunk marked ABC 682ZW, and DAF trunk with registration number T3756 LA. She attributed the accident to excessive speed, which resulted in collision involving the 3 vehicles, while the man diesel trunk was marked a U-turn. A total of 8 men were involved in the accident, 3 sustained injuries, 2 unarmed, and unfortunately 3 persons in the bus were recorded killed. The FRC Public Education Officer said that the injured victims were taken to Fitri Hospital, Ogere, while the 6 were deposited at FOS Morgue, Ipara. And that is all on the newspaper review for today. Join us for another edition of this program. You can as well join us on all our social media handles. I am Adenipekun Afolabi.